Good morning. Today we are going to map out the rough boundaries of the Pacific Garbage Patch. We've been talking about that this week. Now, it's important to remember with the Pacific Garbage Patch, there's no specific boundaries. We have some concentration boundaries, but we can find trash and debris everywhere in the oceans. It's just there's a high concentration in this area of the Pacific because of the currents. So we're going to map out some of that, and I have the latitudes and longitudes for the outer limit, which has lower concentration, and then I have three separate inner concentrations, high concentrations. So these are going to be three separate areas. For my outer limits, I think I'm going to use green, because that's the low concentration. And on my map, we have to remember that latitude goes across. Let me see, I can write it up here. Latitude lines go across the map, where longitude lines go up and down. So your longitude lines will go from top to bottom. All right, let's look at the first plot, because I'm going to plot these data points out, and then I'm going to connect them. So my latitude 35, well, here's 15, latitude 30, there's 45, so 35 is right about there. Longitude 155, well, here's 135, here's 150. So 155 is right about here. So I see where those two intersect. I'm going to put my dot. I'm going to do for each of these points. So the next one's 44 up here, and 150. 150 is right on this line. 44 is just below the 45 line. And then I've got 43 down here, and 142. So 142 is maybe right about in here. And eventually, once you do all these points, you're going to have a perimeter. You're going to connect these dots, and it's going to give you a perimeter, an outer perimeter of this garbage patch. Now, the higher concentrations, we're just going to do in small little areas. So for instance, at 38 latitude, which is right about here, and 145 longitude, which is right about there. All of these higher higher concentration areas should be inside of our circle of green. And next I have 38 again, and 145 there. And what you'll see is once you do this third spot, 40, which will be a little bit higher, and 146, it's going to give me a little triangle here of high concentration. And that's what you're going to get. This will be a separate one, this will be a separate one, and this will be a separate one. Okay, if you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, you're just mapping that out right on this piece of map, okay? All right, thank you very much.